Well, it's about that time that I flush out my hot water heater. And I saw this the other day, well, a couple of months ago, and I went ahead and got one. The Sediment Buster is what it says. And it's the original design, apparently. Made by the plumbing nerds in Naples, Florida. Well, we'll see if this is, what does it say? Sediment Buster designed, assembled, packaged, and distributed from USA, but it doesn't say that it's made in the USA. So this shit's probably made overseas and then in parts. And then they probably assemble it in USA, which they just set it on the fucking box. But this is what this thing looks like. What does that say? Say anything? It says made in China. Patent number max 80 psi. Yeah, we'll test that. We'll pump it up to 80. Sediment Buster. All right, so the way this thing works, I guess, is you put this in on the hot water heater, which my spout is over there, and I got to come out this fucking way, so it's going to go upside down. And then you drain it, and then you pump it up full of air to kind of stir the sediment around. But let me show you what I got. Come on around here. And what I'm going to do is I got this old Home Depot bucket, right? And I got a water hose that's going to drain it out. So what I'm hoping, it spits the water in here and the sediment in here. And then we'll do a comparison of just the water. Drain, kind of open up the valve, drain it again, and then we'll add a little, we'll add a little air to it and see if it works. If not, then I guess I'll tell you it won't work, because I'm not getting. This kind of seems like it might work, it might not, but that's what I'm making this video for. That way you'll see if it does work or if it don't work. And if it don't work, guess what? It's going to go in the fucking trash. So, all right, let's hook this thing up and try it. All right, so I got it hooked up here. I've got my hose hooked up here. And, well, we're going to aim it down a little bit so it kind of sees if it helps it. I got this son of a bitch tight, but watch it leak. All right. So I got the valve underneath the bottom kind of closed off here. Right, so let's see what happens. All right. See a little bit of stuff come out, but not much. All right, let's see what we got. See something floating in there. All right, let's go check the bucket. All right, we got the old air compressor set to about 75, 76, just below 80, but we'll try 80 here in a minute. The Sediment Buster. Ha! We'll see. Well, we got a little bit. Right, let's see what we got here. We're not trying to get, we ain't got no big well, we got some, like some gel looking stuff. But nothing, no big chunks. I mean, we got little pieces like that, but I mean, nothing. I got some, I don't know if you can see that in a little bit, pieces down there, but we're gonna wait. We'll keep flushing it and seeing what happens. All right, so I got my attachment on. What happened there? There it goes. All right. I see bubbles in there. Let's see what happens when we shoot a little water. All right, I see some more stuff coming out. All right, you see them floating around. There it is. Pump it up. Floating down. I mean, I can't say it ain't. It's not like it's a piece of junk yet. Seems like it's still, like it's doing something, right? I will say it ain't leaking. So, do some more air in it. And I mean, you can see the little specks kind of floating by. Everybody see that? Look at that. It's kind of cool. I'm liking the sight glass it's got on there because I can kind of see what the hell's going on. See all the little stuff floating through here. Let me do it again. Look at that. Pretty cool, I guess. See it? All right, let's go check the bucket. All right, let's see. Ooh. Ooh. Look at all that bullshit right there. This is the stuff that calcium buildup that you need to take care of. At a minimum, I would say once a year, but I do it every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to keep, because shit's so expensive nowadays and everything's made to break. Ain't nothing made to last anymore. So everything's just starting to go to maintenance free, which then the reason why they're doing it maintenance free is so they break sooner and then you go out and buy more. So then you're paying more in the long run. So by doing just a little bit of maintenance, you can save yourself some money in the long run just by flushing out your hot water heater at least once a year. But like I said, I do it every 6 months. But it's the first time I use this sediment buster, and from what I can tell, it's definitely helping, right? Like, look at this shit. Hold on, let me pour this out. Let me just pour that shit out. Right there, let me move this. Y'all see that? Right? Look at that. And it's still coming, I mean, it's some still in here. And then some of it's still coming out. Like, you still got a little bit of it coming out of the hose there. So, if you catch these things on sale, I think I paid like $20 or $25 for this little thing. In my mind, if it lasts more than a year, then it's definitely worth it. But I don't know. We'll see in another 6 months if it is or not. But so far, when I added it to the damn hot water heater, the first thing was it didn't start leaking at the connection, which was great. So, all right, let's go throw some more air into it. Actually, let's chuck it up to 81 and see what happens. All right, let's crank this bad Larry to 80, 85, 90. Let's do 90, see what happens. All right, here we go. Let's see here, let's add the... It holds it at 90. All right, let's try it now. Didn't have the thing on. Nope. I got a little too much. I think 95 is a little much. It kind of sprayed it a little bit. Got a little water on the back end, so yeah. Let's back it back down to, we'll say, 75. Well, all in all, I'm satisfied with it. All right.